Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Chen. I am the founder and CEO of the Axiom Advancement Corporation, where we are a financial institution that's located in the Hill District community of Pittsburgh, and we're so excited to have you. Tonight, our presenter is none other than Miss Rhonda Carson-Leach. And Rhonda has an amazing background in supporting entrepreneurs and small businesses. She has pretty much dedicated her career to doing so. And if I were to list all of her accomplishments, we would be here until 6:30. So I'm going to give her the chance to just introduce herself briefly and then, present to us everything that we need to know about finding our why and really doing what leaders do. Rhonda, thank you so much for agreeing to present tonight, and you may have the floor.
Michelle, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening. So I have to start off by saying, as you know, this is my love. This is my wheelhouse. I love helping entrepreneurs at all levels of the life cycle. I've been doing this work for more than 25 years plus, don't want to date myself, but many, many years. And I love to see entrepreneurs really go through a process, right? Understanding really ground floor, what needs to be done in order to really make that business successful. So a little bit about myself. I've been with the University of Pittsburgh for, oh my goodness, 14, 15 years now in many capacities, but currently I am the senior program director with the Institute for Entrepreneurial Excellence. They are part of the University of Pittsburgh, and we call it really the economic development arm of the university, everything entrepreneurial. And in that capacity, I lead 3 of the centers. There are 5 underneath the IE banner. But the one that I believe would be most applicable for your members, for your clientele, would be the Small Business Development Center, really called the SBDC. We love acronyms in the academic world, but the Small Business Development Center provides, educational resources, consulting, networking opportunities for small businesses. Again, whether you're in the infancy stage of thinking about starting a business, or you are running a business, growing that company, or you decide maybe you want to sell the business. Every level that the Small Business Development Center provides assistance to the small business community. We are located in Oakland. We are one of 16 centers in the state of Pennsylvania. And just to give you a little overview about an SBDC background, we're generally housed on a college campus or university setting. There are 16 in the state of Pennsylvania. We are one, and the other one nearby us is Duquesne University. We all do the same things, but basically it is general consulting, helping entrepreneurs go from good to great, providing expert advice for them. And some of the areas is, again, business plan development, marketing and sales strategy, financing. It runs the gamut. So helping entrepreneurs, honestly, to just really go from good to great in their business development. That's a little bit about me and my background with the University of Pittsburgh. I also teach a program that falls under my area, and one of the centers is the Urban and Community Entrepreneurship Program. And it is for individuals, companies within moderate income, lower income communities. It's a 6-month program. It's called the Community Power to Prosper. And it is for a company that is beyond just a basic startup, been in business at least a year or two, really trying to find their footing. And so this program, I call it sometimes like the mini MBA of within 6 months, right? It talks about leadership and strategy and finance and marketing and HR, legal, right? Sales strategy, social media. So if anyone is interested, believes that they could be a great fit, you can always contact me. I know that my information will be as part of the PowerPoint that you'll have. And if it's not listed there, I know that Michelle can provide that in the chat, my email address. If you're interested, again, in the Community Power to Prosper at all, you can reach out to me. Michelle, we're going to start our presentation tonight. And for the most part, I really want to focus in on, strategy, basically, how leaders really think, what they're doing well, and what you should be doing as you're starting a business, what you should be thinking about. You've probably heard many of these areas already. And really, it starts with the mission and the vision. What is a mission? Well, first of all, you should be thinking about what your mission is, right? In the scheme of thinking what it is that you do, who you do it for, and basically what you're trying to accomplish. What is the purpose? So we're gonna just put that on hold for a moment, and we're gonna go back that slide, Michelle, because I know we have some interested individuals online with us, and I would like to identify who's on with us, if they'd like to maybe give their name and their business, and just to say hello to us. Can I call someone out? I see someone that I have known for a long time, that I have great respect, admiration for, and love, who's one of my students back in the day, Rhonda Hill. I see her, and one of my sorority sisters now in Delta Sigma Theta. So happy to have her with us. How are you doing?
Hello, good evening. How are you doing, Miss
I'm
Leach?
wonderful. Tell me a little bit about your business, or what you're doing in terms of business development at all, or the name, or anything that you'd like to for a minute.
Yes, so I have Hild Consulting. It is a play on words. My last name is Hill with an ED on the end of it. It is focusing on multicultural education, specifically for the elementary level students, focusing on language arts and learning. And then the other aspect of it is actually servicing and working with C-suite executives to assist with DE&I initiative rollouts for internal as well as external review, auditing, and also implementation. So that's a little bit about the business that I have in terms of consulting.
Fabulous. So nice to have you. I'm so excited.
Thank you for
I
having me.
believe we have Amber Snyder that's on with us this evening. Is Amber around? Can she say hello and tell us a little bit about herself?
Sure, yes. I'm new to the Pittsburgh area. I'm starting a business that will work in justice tech and healthcare tech, and also just working full time. And so it's a lot for me. I'm ready to stop working full time and take on the businesses full time. So I'm just beginning.
Take that leap, huh? Well, we have so many resources, and hopefully that you will gain something from this presentation and all of the resources that we have to provide for you. Also, I see a gentleman, Grayson. Is that the first name or last name? Forgive me if I'm doing that incorrectly.
Hello there. My name is Terrell Grayson.
Terrell Grayson, how are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine. I am the founder and the CEO of the Simple Bow LLC. That's where we create, design, and sell handcrafted bow ties to help people add a finishing touch to the perfect outfit so that they can build confidence, shift perceptions, promote self-expression, and share their style while standing out in the crowd.
Wonderful. I love it. And is your picture beautiful bow tie that you have on? So I know that you definitely wear that well and have a passion for what you're doing. I can see it there. Wow. Thank you to all of you for your introductions, and everyone else, good evening. So let's get back to that mission again. When you first started thinking about the business, right, there was a reason why. There was a reason why you wanted to really launch into, right, this entrepreneurial space. It's not for everybody, right? It's not for the faint at heart. But when you're thinking about that mission, you were thinking about what it is that you wanted to do. What was that passion? What was driving you? And so a mission statement really defines the company's objectives. It really defines your approach. It describes the organization's purpose. That's what it really does, right? Who are you? What do you do? Who are you trying to do that for? And you should really have thought about and started writing down somewhat of a mission early stage of even starting your venture, whatever level, starting that early on, thinking about that mission, right? And the reason why, because it would provide some perspective, and it would also provide a framework for the purpose. That's really what the mission is about. Unlike the vision, right? The vision, just like the eyesight, it's looking in the future, it's looking ahead. It's looking for your desired outcome of where you're trying to take it to. So once you develop this mission statement of sorts, right, your purpose statement, that does not change. The mission stays where it is. Vision, do you think that would change? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, the vision would, because guess what? You never know really what's going to happen, and you have to kind of navigate and maneuver as you go along, right? Thinking, well, I want to set these goals. I want to do this. My futuristic plans do this. But you know what they say, the best laid plans of mice and men can often go astray. So the future, right? We never know how that can change. The mission doesn't change. It does not, it stays the same. Once we have found out our correct pieces of our mission, once we put that together well, that does not change, right? And so you should be able to state what your mission statement is. It's not a huge dissertation. It's not a huge 4 or 5 paragraphs. It needs to be succinct, clear, to the point, right? And then once you really refine that, you should be able to recite that. And anyone that would ask you, you should be able to state what your mission statement is. Again, your vision statement describes the desired future and the position of your company, but the mission really is about the objectives and the approach of what you're trying to accomplish, that purpose. Next slide, please. So, here's just an example of Nike's mission statement. And the mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. If you have a body, you are an athlete. Real simple, to the point, right? And I want to ask someone to do me a favor. I know you have your phones there nearby you. Can someone quickly just Google and find out what the mission statement for Starbucks is? Can someone do that quickly and then report that back to me? Again, the mission statement does not need to be a long, drawn out, right? Explanation. It needs to be a line or two, 3 or 4 lines, right? And you may have to refine, redevelop that mission several times until you get it to where you want to. All right. Anyone get that the mission statement for Starbucks up? Sharonda, can you
Sure.
state that for me?
Sure. It says to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time.
Okay, to the point. Right to the point, right? I mean, how perfect. Now, again, they're big conglomerate, right? Starbucks, but still, they thought about what that mission, right? They thought about what their purpose really was. They hit it. It was spot on, spot on. So again, you take time really developing, understanding what that mission statement is for you and to you. Your staff should be able to understand what that mission statement is about, right? All those who, your clientele should be able to understand what that mission statement is. And many times when you are in an office setting, you walk in and the first thing you see is the mission statement, right, on the wall, right? That's a clear identification of who they are. So here's an exercise. Next slide, please, Michelle. We want to do a brief exercise here for those who don't have a mission statement, and for those who even do, it's okay. You can kind of cheat a little bit. We're going to take 5 minutes. And you're going to just draft a couple of words, right? Based on your company, and this is again hypothetical for now, your mission statement, right? So I'm just going to give you just a quick kind of a cheat sheet sample. So let's just say I had a floral company, right? And so my mission statement could be to provide the highest quality flowers to bud and to have an everlasting effect on the human psyche. I just made that up quickly, as you could probably tell, but that could be my mission. That could be my mission, to do what, for whom, why, right? So just take 5 minutes and jot down a few words for a mission, for what the mission could be. I propose to, I plan to implement, right? To do what, for what, why? Let's take just 5 minutes and maybe try to craft something. Now, if those who are online with us have a mission statement, I'd love to hear their brief mission statement when we come back in about 3 or 4 minutes. So while we're about to launch again, I want to recite the mission statement for the Golden Arches. Now, we all know what that is, McDonald's, right? And the mission for McDonald's is their brand mission is to be our customers' favorite place and a way to eat and drink. That was their old mission, believe it or not. This was the current one, to make delicious feel-good moments easy for everyone. That's pretty much to the point, right? And so you see these huge brand conglomerates, they don't spend a lot of time, they don't spend a lot of talent, they spend a lot of effort in this, but they don't spend a lot of words really for their mission statements. Very succinct and to the point. So who's a volunteer would like to give me a little bit of a mission statement? This is not, doesn't have to be perfection, but I would love to just have you to try it out. I see Amber has her hand raised.
Yes, hi. My mission statement is connect individuals to resources to build sustainable communities.
Love it. Oh my goodness, that was so spot on. That's perfect. That wasn't long at all. You see that? I understood it very clear, right? Very, very precise, to the point. Terrell, how about you?
Mine is to add a bow tie to the wardrobe of every man in America to help them build confidence and stand out from the crowd.
Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. That's cool. I like that an awful lot. Sharonda, what about you? Oh, I think we have you on mute, my dear.
Sorry.
That's okay.
To soften each heart, broaden each mind, perk each ear, emphasizing humanity, dignity, and respect through education from the inside out.
Oh, beautiful. Wow. Wow. I don't feel like any of you need any more assistance on this mission. It sounds fabulous, all of yours, honestly. And as you can imagine, right? When you said that, you felt a certain way about the ownership of your company, of your service, right? Of your product. I felt it when you said that. And that's how it should be, that mission, honestly. So see, it doesn't change. You're not changing that. That vision maybe will change, right? But not that mission. Excellent, excellent. Love it, love it. Any questions on the mission portion? No, fabulous. Michelle, next slide. So, I'm a big goal person, and I'm going to, just for the moment, I'm going to call on Sharonda because she knows how we talked about goals many years ago. That was when we were at Duquesne University and launching our youth entrepreneurship program. But I'm a big goal person. And why do you think it's important to have a goal? Anyone? Why is goals important?
Goals are extremely important because it gives you a focus, it gives you something to strive towards, and it also gives you something to measure in terms of what you are working on and what you are focusing on.
Exactly. And if you don't have any goals, well, then you just have some thoughts hanging off the tree. You don't really have anything quantifiable. You just say some words, right? You have to be accountable for that goal, right? You have to be able to measure if you're even making progress for the goal. So goals are so important. And as you see here, a goal is defined as an idea of the future, of a desired result that a person plans to commit to achieve. It's your what, not a how, right? And so when you're thinking about a goal, right, every year, right, as we start off a new year, we have all of these goals we want to accomplish. We want to do this. We're going to join the gym. And that's great, right? But it gets short-lived after about 30, 60 days at all, right? A goal is something that honestly that you feel that you can accomplish in a timely manner, right? That you have some barometer how you're going to measure it. Does it really make sense to you? And so if we're really talking about a good goal process, we're talking about a SMART goal, right? SMART, the acronym SMART. S for specific, M for measurable, A, attainable, R, is it realistic? And T, time bound or time based. So when I say all of these things, I mean that it's SMART because you've done your job at basically saying, hey, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to make sure that I have all those resources to make me successful of my goal. And because knowing that I have put some thought into really planning for the success of what's going to happen of my goal, and I put some time structure around that, it's smart. And I know that I've done all of my homework ahead of time. So if we're thinking about a SMART goal, and I'm going to give you a sample of what I would consider my own SMART goal. All of my friends, family, they know I'm always trying to struggle with losing a pound or 5 or 10 or something like that. So for the purpose of this exercise, my SMART goal is I plan to lose 10 pounds by December 21st. We know that date to be Christmas, right? I want to lose 10 pounds by December 21st. I specified what it was, which is to lose the 10 pounds. By when? December 25th. That's the time, right? When I'm going to try to achieve that. Well, let's dig into the middle now. M, how am I going to measure that? What's my barometer? Well, I go to Weight Watchers, and guess what? Every week I step on a scale. That's my measuring tool. That's my barometer for knowing how is my progress being charted, right? Is it attainable? First of all, let's be honest. I didn't say I'm trying to lose 1,000 pounds by December 25th. If we did the actual math, right? If we did the actual caloric breakdown, you can lose maybe a pound and a half per week. If I'm cutting back on calories, drinking my water, I'm doing all those things, right? It can be attainable because I know that, again, if I follow a regimen, a nice diet, cutting back, I have everything in place, right? I decide I'm going to do this 1,000 calories to get to where I need to. I probably could definitely lose my 10 pounds between December 25th, right? Between now and then. Realistic. Yes, it is. And for me, it's realistic because the doctor said, Rhonda, you need to really do this, right? To keep everything going well, right? Keep the circulatory, all those good things, right? But also because I know that the knowledge of me doing that is going to improve the overall well-being and health of who I am. So when we look at those goals, they need to be ones that you can attain, right? If there's these long, lofty goals and you can't attain those, then you know failure is around the corner. Think of something that you can attain that makes sense for you, that you can measure, right? So again, what is your goal? How will you measure the progress of that goal, right? Do you have those skills set and the resources to accomplish that? Why is that goal important, right? For me, it's about the health. For me, and again, I'm partners with my doctor, right? And so, he said, listen, we're going to work on this together, but you have to be proactive. So that's it, right? I'm doing that. And then when am I going to try to accomplish that? Well, I go back to the doctors January the 8th. I told you I wanted to accomplish this by December 25th. That still gives me a little wiggle room. So that's kind of a SMART goal. That's a SMART goal I've given you. I want all of you to think about a SMART goal and develop one of yours. Next slide, please. So here's another 5-minute breakout. Let's all do a SMART goal. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, right? Just develop a SMART goal. And again, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Give you 5 minutes. I have 6:29. We'll come back. How about 6:34? Okay. But you've heard my SMART goal. And if you can top that, that'll be great. And as you're going through your exercise, just think how important setting a goal is. Not only setting it, but wanting to accomplish that goal, right? Something that you can complete. And I think all of us really feel good we can complete something that we've set forth, right? That we want to see accomplished. All right, we're just about ready to get started again. Do I possibly have a volunteer to maybe read what their SMART goal is? Remember, not perfection, right? Just state something and you can always refine that in time. Amber?
Yes, hi. I wrote two, but I'm only going to share one
Okay.
for the sake of time. um, Build a multi-million-dollar business within 4 years and open wellness centers to help underserved communities.
Okay. So let me just ask a quick question. How will you know that you're on track of accomplishing that? Like, how will you measure that?
I'll measure it by counting my income, adding up my
Okay.
income, and then the wellness centers, I'll know that they're helping the community
Okay.
by aligning it with the UN, United Nations Sustainability Development Goals.
Okay. So you have a whole process then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Any other volunteer we have before we move on? No? Okay, that's all right. But you do get the concept of the goal, of the SMART goal, right? And again, I think the biggest thing is holding yourself accountable to that goal. And that's when you put the time around it, that's significant, right? Otherwise, it's just out there. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna accomplish that, but when, right? Because otherwise you never will stick to when you're going to achieve that actual goal, really. So well, thank you for all of those who participated and thought through what their goal is. Next slide, please. So here's something that I've kind of developed called the circles of success. I kind of think this is pretty neat and use this in several of my other classes. So when I think about the circles of success, and again, this is for you to take and utilize in whatever way you'd like to, but let me explain how I utilize this. So you're starting a business, you're trying to identify all of your various circles, right, that you have in your wheelhouse. You have your relationship circle, you have a community circle, you have a professional circle. And so some of those circles even overlap, right? So in terms of relationships, right, what could go into some of those spaces for a relationship in terms of circles of success? And I look at this from twofold almost. You can even use this chart for marketing purposes, right? When you're identifying individuals that you want to tap, possibly for whether it's business, for an introduction, for a peer-to-peer group, think about all those people in your personal relationships that you may want to identify. Jot them in there, right? Even for community. Through the community, what are some of the resources? Who are some of the partnerships that I've been part of? Who are some of the folks that have been significant for me in the community setting, right? And the same thing in the professional. I look at this as a great marketing tool, but again, when you think about the circles of success, sometimes they overlap, sometimes they're very individualized, right? And so as I show you this next slide, this will give you a different example of what circles of success could look like, right? Circles of success. And again, it can run the gamut, but let's look at relationship, right? Having relationships. It says here discussions with husband, maybe, or wife, right? Out with friends weekly. On a personal, who are your friends, right? Doing something in terms of relationships, connecting, right? Writing letters, sending cards to parents, call my sister. That's kind of your personal relationship of your circles, right? Your community one may be something different. And then you also have a professional one. We all somewhat have different circles, right? Kind of different groups that we connect with. And so when I thought about this circles of success, I really thought of it as a real marketing opportunity for you to identify different individuals, different sectors as part of the success circle. You utilize this whatever way. This is a sample here for you, but I think this could be really vital for your business marketing purpose and also going to clientele. This could be a great introduction as you have talking points. So I thought this was really something that I use. And I was at a conference many years ago, and they talked about what your various circles of success could be. And then I quickly came back and drew these circles and tried to figure out how I could make a connector. So it's really a connector, circles of success for your business. Next slide, please. You know, when I think about what some real keys and tips for success are, I think about these three words in particular: responsibility, your mindset, and passion. And I'm just going to give you what I believe these all are in this simple form. What is really responsibility? It's about being accountable, right? It's a state or the act of being accountable for something, right? Or someone, right? Responsibility. And that's first and foremost, we should be responsible for our stuff, right? I can't be responsible for you, and you can't be responsible for me. That is something that I have to own for myself. But that is a successful thing, to be responsible, to show up in an accountable manner, honestly. Mindset, that's about your attitude. Wouldn't you say? A belief that you have? It's crucial because our attitudes and our beliefs affect everything that we do. Having that mindset. And I think Rhonda even remembers back in the day when we had our sessions, it was about a positive mindset. I always wanted to bring that forth and to never, right? It's like the glass half full theory and the glass half empty, same glass. It's how you look at it, how you view it. What's your perspective on that mindset? And as a leader, as an entrepreneur, you need to have that positive mindset, right? Because there's some days where you're going to be the only one that'll have the positivity. Others negative will always be around you. So you have to come forward with your own positive mindset. And I think another really key for success is having that passion, having that strong feeling that you can make it happen, right? That within that says, I feel so great about what I'm attempting to do, what I believe, right? And passion drives you, right? It's your passion that will drive you far beyond anything else, right? And so think of these three words, very simple, to the point, but these are real success keys for you. The R, the M, and the P: responsibility, mindset, and passion. And these other four tips are something that I want you to take with you and keep and always remember. Work smarter, not harder, right? Right? Work smarter. You don't have to be the hamster on the wheel, just run and chasing after the tail, because you're never going to catch that tail, right? Work smart. Number two, hire those who can assist you, right? Especially those who know a little more than you do in that particular area. Again, you don't know it all. You don't need to know it all. There are other individuals, professionals, you can outsource things, but hire those folks who can assist you with those things that you really don't know what to do, know how to do, and frankly, don't want to do, right? Failure. Don't be afraid of failing, right? Because be honest with you, we're all going to do that. But the real success of it is getting back up, right? You can fall a million times. The success is getting back up, right? A million more times. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then having daily purpose, be intentional about what it is that you want to do every day. Every day. That's what good leaders do. Good leaders understand that they have an intentional purpose, right? Every day. And they also have a gratitude, intentional gratitude of what they're thankful for, right? That propels you. That keeps you going, right? And so again, all of these pieces are so crystal clear for you to be successful, right? There's something that I read that an author said that chase the vision, right? Not the money, because the money will end up following you, right? Chase the vision, where you want to go, right? Not the money. We always hear people, oh, I'm going to make $1 million. I want to do this. Well, guess what? People that really were about business would do it basically almost for nothing. They have to be paid, of course, but that'll come. That passion, that drive, that initiative, that inclination, that's what you have to have, right? And if you don't have dreams, if you don't have goals, you're going to end up working for somebody that has bigger ones than you do. I want you to remember that. You have to have those dreams yourself. Don't rely on somebody else to have that for you, right? As I said, if you don't have the big dreams and goals, guess what? You will end up working for someone else who does have that. There are a host of resources that the Small Business Development Center can assist you with. And early on in the presentation, Michelle was showing the slide about the Small Business Development Center. But there's also many resources. And I believe she'll put that in the chat or provide that for you. So many resources, whether it's in the marketing area, whether it's in finance area, whether it's in government. If you need some assistance, right, there's a whole list of resources, over 150 that the Small Business Development Center has developed and put on their website, so that you should be able to go and reference. Also, please contact us at the Small Business Development Center if you are in need of assistance with your business. As I said, they provide wonderful general management consulting to help you. Not only that, if you need a business to talk more about your supply chain, environmental issues, we have consultants that can help you also with those areas as well. I do want to say to you that, businesses don't plan to fail. You just fail to plan. And so this tonight was just kind of just touching the surface for you to begin your planning, if you haven't already, right? And if you have, continue forging ahead, right? Making sure you have that mission, thinking about what that vision is, right? Having those goals in place, refining those goals, going back and seeing that, have I really tried to accomplish what I said I was going to do, right? Maybe it's a big goal, cut it down, right? Cut that goal down, but make sure that they are always SMART goals. Any questions for me? I know that's kind of been a short workshop. Again, love doing all of this. You can contact me if you have questions or want to send me an email. Would love to again, dialogue with all of you in the near future. But I want to just leave you with these words. And my mother would always share this with me, that good, better, best, that you should never let it rest until your good becomes better and your better becomes best. I hope that you will take this information, run with it, put it in your toolkit, and know that we are here as a resource for you in the city of Pittsburgh, helping all entrepreneurs at every life cycle to start, to grow, and to prosper. Thank you so much.
My goodness. Thank you so much, Rhonda, for this very detailed. I mean, there's so many nuggets that you shared with us. And I love the fact that no matter what growth phase you're in or entrepreneurial phase you're in, from startup to growth and expansion and all of that, there's something in here for everyone. I will add Rhonda's information, as well as I've already listed the SBDC link. And you can also contact us at Axiom if you'd like to meet with a consultant regarding strategizing for your business, as well as if you need some financial resources, we are there. We also provide business development support. So we partner with Rhonda and IEE, and I must say that Rhonda, usually you would have to pay to get what she gave you tonight. And so we just thank you for your continued support of Axiom, the mission at Axiom, and thank you again for volunteering your time. Rhonda is near and dear to my heart as a founding member of the board. We started many years ago, and here we are, and she has come back to then again lend her support and expertise to help all the businesses that we serve. Thank you all for coming out. And if you'd like to attend any of our upcoming workshop series, we have so many coming up. The next one on October 7th is on what banks are looking for now in a post-COVID era. After that, we have sales and marketing. You guys can actually be one-on-one with 2 experts in the field. One who's a serial entrepreneur. He's been a venture capitalist, you name it. We have another who's on the sales end. The scaling of his business within the first 3 years was remarkable. And so I invite you guys to consider those. Go to axiom.pgh.com for all of that information. You'll be able to sign up for those. So thank you again for attending, and it was wonderful being able to interact with you all.
Thank you, Michelle, and much success to everyone. Have a wonderful evening, and everyone, please stay safe.